Undated. The following letter is missing its first page. Therefore, it is undated, and so I put it at the end. I feel like it was the best place for it. It supplements all that we've already seen and heard. Goodie box from home. He had candy and cookies all over the place, so tonight I had to lock him up. I really hated to do it because he has been free for so long. This will really hurt him. You know how I am about tying or locking animals up. But I did. I put him in solitary confinement. But he is better off than most prisoners. He has his girlfriend with him. I have a nice cage for him that my houseboy made. It sits right outside my window. Between my hootch and his cage is the main sidewalk from the flight line to the enlisted section. Since I started this letter, I'll bet over 20 people have come by, and every one of them have stopped to talk to Charlie. I haven't yet been able to get to Sock Trang, but I should be down there one of these days. I used to go pretty regularly on missions. Well, we got up early this morning for a troop lift, and it looks like we have another one tomorrow, so I'm going to take a shower and go to bed. I love you all very much and miss you more every day. I got my pictures of all of you out a while ago, and I felt so lonely I thought I was going to cry. Well, I was just about to close this letter without telling you about the cyclo ride I had yesterday. I think I sent you some pictures of the motorbikes that they have over here with the little carts they use for taxis. Yesterday, Burke Badgett and I went into town to check on some raincoats we were having made. On the way home, our cyclo lost a wheel, and the driver lost control of it and hit a Jeep. We were going about 30 miles an hour. I was thrown out into the road, and I got a few bruises. Burke was thrown against the Jeep, and it hit pretty hard. Something jabbed a deep hole in his knee, and they had to take 10 stitches in it. He was skinned and bruised on the chest, too, and knocked out. When I got up and looked around, I thought he was dead. That really scared me. Well, I really better close now. Writing to you is a very small consolation to me in my loneliness, but it helps some. I love you very, very much, more than I ever thought I could in the last 8 years. Sincerely, Bill. When Popi writes this letter, the war is still happening. The missions are still going, but there's a pause, just long enough for Charlie to get into trouble. Charlie, his pet monkey, has been running free around the base for weeks. Popi's been letting him have his freedom, not wanting to cage him up. But now, after a raid on a care package from home, what Popi calls a goodie box, Charlie's covered in stolen candy and crumbs, and something had to be done. So Popi locks him up, reluctantly. You know how I am about tying or locking animals up, he writes, but Charlie's cage is nicer than most. Built by Popi's houseboy and placed just outside his hooch, along the main sidewalk between the flight line and the enlisted area. Everyone stops to talk to him. Popi doesn't say it directly, but there's something comforting about having Charlie right there, still visible, still causing a scene. Then this letter shifts. He mentions troop lifts, early mornings, a plan to get down to Sock Trang, eventually, though it never seems to happen. But right as he's about to close, he pivots to something that nearly rattled him, a crash. Popi had taken a cyclo, a kind of motorbike taxi with a cart on the back, into town with a friend, Burke Badgett. On the way home, the cyclo lost a wheel. They were going around 30 miles an hour when it hit a Jeep. Popi was thrown into the road, bruised, shaken. But Burke? He hit the Jeep hard. He was knocked out, split open his knee so badly it needed 10 stitches. When I got up and looked around, I thought he was dead, Popi writes. It really scared me. That fear. It doesn't sound like fear of death in combat. It's something different, random, immediate. A moment that comes out of nowhere and reminds you of how little control you actually have over anything. He doesn't dwell on it, doesn't offer a big moral, just keeps moving. Shower, bed, another mission tomorrow. But you can feel it in the tone, the rattled quiet between sentences. And then there's the ending, one of those Popi endings that just hits you. I got my pictures of all of you out a while ago, and I felt so lonely I thought I was going to cry. He's not trying to be poetic. He's just telling the truth. That these letters help, a little. That he misses home more than he thought possible. That he's learning new depths of love after 8 years of marriage. That loneliness, even in a place as noisy and as busy as a base in Vietnam, can still press in on you like silence. The photo I chose for today is of Charlie. He's sitting on top of a helicopter, staring off into the distance. What an amazing photo. I like to think that this was the photo Popi took to show everyone everything he wished to remember about his time in service. His rides on the helicopter and his best friend, both looking forward to the distance, both looking to the sky, where things could be better. I'm Alex Lowy, and I hope you have enjoyed listening to this episode of Dearest Suzie, and receiving messages from the past that my Popi wrote exactly 60 years ago. I sincerely appreciate your time and interest. Please consider following the podcast on your preferred platform, and if you're enjoying it, I kindly ask that you take the time to rate the show and leave a review. Also, please follow the project on YouTube, X, and Instagram. All likes, comments, shares, and reviews will help grow the reach of this story. The links for these things should be in the description of this episode. Please feel free to email me at dearestsuziepodcast@gmail.com if you have anything you'd like to say. I'd love to chat or to hear about your stories as well. Thank you for listening, and God bless.